Hi, my name's Kim Ingleby from Energized Performance, and this is Karen, one of my clients, and Paul, one of the coaches.
Hi.
Today we are going to show you killer abs. Well, we're not going to show you them, we're going to show you exercises to get killer abs. Paul, myself and Karen are going to do 2 exercises each. We thought we would give Karen the pleasure of giving us 2 exercises back, so train the trainer kind of style, and she's quite excited about this, I think.
Be kind.
Yeah, be kind please. So Paul's going to start with the first exercise, and we're going to do it. We're just going to do it for about 20 seconds just to demonstrate, but you would do it for about 60 seconds if it's a holding exercise, or 10 to 15 reps otherwise. But we'll tell you for each one. We've all warmed up, although it is a bit wet and cold. And if you've got any injuries, make sure you check before you do the exercises. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Paul, go for it. What's the first exercise?
Okay, so the first one is called bicycles. And what we're going to do, lying down, feet up, hands on the side there, the head, and then opposite elbow to knee, nice and controlled, either side like that, okay? So that's the first one. That one is a great one, keeping the tummy engaged and all the muscles there, so really going for the abs. Okay?
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Let's get down. Okay, Karen? Yep. It's rare, this position. You got me training with you. Are we going?
Yeah, off we go. That's it. Most important thing to remember on this one is to keep those ab muscles nice and contracted, okay? The slower you go, the more you feel it. Perfect. Excellent. The next one I'm going to show you works the back muscles slightly more. Superman they're called, or Supermen, I never know which.
Doesn't matter. I need to check. Could you feel that one?
Yes. Good.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Excellent. That's what
I
we
like
do in
it.
boot camps. So.
Brilliant. Okay,
And the
next
next one,
exercise, Paul.
Supermen. Nice neutral spine, and then we're just coming up with opposite legs, okay, and arms. So if it's the right arm coming up, left leg, and then you're just switching it around, holding it for a couple of seconds, keeping that back nice and straight. And then that one there, again, works the stomach muscles, but also the lower back, whole core really for that one.
And you want to make sure that your hips are level as well when you lift the leg. Perfect. Let's try it. I find clients often lift the same arm and leg, and they don't even realise that they're doing
until
it.
they're falling over.
Exactly. Some of them manage to do it without falling over. It's impressive. Okay, so ready?
That beautifully synchronised as well.
Exercise to music training. Did you not know? And you want to pull your tummy in, don't you, as you lift the diagonal up.
So you've done that before in personal training as well, making it. Perfect.
Okay, so how many reps would we do of that?
About 15 each, or like Kim said, kind of 30, 45 seconds each one.
Okay, in the first exercise, how many sets and reps would you do?
2 sets, 3 sets of, again, about 15 repetitions, okay?
Okay, brilliant. Over to our client, Karen, one of our
You
best
can do a technical
clients.
specification on it.
Yeah, you don't need to demonstrate if you don't want to, but just tell us, what are the 2 exercises you're going to
The
give
2
us
exercises
and
we're
why?
going to do are a plank
Plank, okay?
and a dorsal raise. So a plank for good core strength and a dorsal raise for good back strength as well.
She could be a trainer, hey? And can you tell us what we need to think about when we're doing our plank?
Yes, about keeping your back level and not dipping at the base of your spine, keeping your core in,
That's pretty good.
and keeping your head straight, not down.
Check Karen out.
like a
She's
trainer.
going to nick our jobs. Okay.
Yeah,
How long are you going to make us hold this for?
30 seconds.
Thank you. Do you know one of my clients who's a GB athlete can hold a plank for 7 minutes and 15 seconds?
So we're going to
Can't
try and
say
beat
that.
that.
Off you go then, guys.
Can you do longer?
No.
There's an hour left on the video camera.
That's Alex talking. He's injured. He's feeling left out, so he wants us to work hard. Are we doing it straight arm or on our elbows?
On your elbows.
Okay. Silence. It's very serious. It's
Need to
not a
count down.
competition.
7 minutes is a long time.
It is. I'm not used to this silence. Do you know what I'm doing next Wednesday? Finalists shoot for the maxi turn competition. So planks are good.
Yeah.
Training.
Yeah. Have you got one of those Energize watches?
No. I think
30
you're probably,
seconds.
yeah. I think you're probably done now.
And how would we make that harder?
Well, by straightening your arms, presumably I've not done it, so.
Yeah, you could move from straight arm to bent arm.
Or by lifting one leg or the other.
Yeah, so you could go from there, down to there, come back up, change. And that just loads the core in a different way, makes it a bit harder. Okay. We can try that for PT next time if you want.
Brilliant.
Okay, what's your next exercise?
And the dorsal raise.
Okay, so how many reps would you like us to do?
15.
Okay.
I would normally do 3 sets of 15, but I don't know if that's...
Yeah, that's about right, definitely. So if we go down. So what do we need to be aware of as we're doing this, Karen?
You're keeping your core strength and also feeling that your back's not under too much pressure as well.
Okay, and we would also have our glutes switched on.
Yes.
I don't know how many I've done now.
That's 2.
I reckon that's about 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. How did you find that? Good, from a training point of view.
Brilliant.
Would you like to do a whole session? Training the trainer. Okay, so my 2 exercises to combine with that to make sure that we've worked the front core muscles, the transverse abs, lower abs, the obliques into the waist and the lower back. So when you do your core stuff, you want to make sure that you use all your core muscles. My ones are going to be lower leg scissors. So you're going to line your back and scissor your legs up and down. You don't want your back to arch up, so as you take the legs down, make sure your lower core is engaged, and if it feels like it's straining the lower back in any way, take the legs back up. Do you both clear on the exercise?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so going down onto your backs, legs up at 90 degrees. Okay, engage, engage the lower core, hamstring flexibility, and then you're going to scissor down from there. So keep your head relaxed. Nice and slow, controlled, hands, palms facing up. Breathe. I think they're slightly competitive in their facial expressions, which you can't see.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you can rest there. So I get them to do the scissor 4 times, 2 to 3 sets. Okay? If your core wasn't strong, you would just scissor at the top, and that would be absolutely fine. And the scissoring action works into the obliques, into the waist area, as well as the lower core. We'll also work the lower back, the lower down you take it. So, final exercise. You ready?
Yeah.
Into a side plank.
Okay.
Now, I know you love a side plank. You want to make sure that your shoulder is in line with your elbow. And as you lift up, you lift from the waist area, and that's where the effort is. So any problems with your shoulders, then you'd lie onto your back and do a side crunch rather than a side plank. So you'd lift up nice and high from there, and then you can extend this arm up, and that will make it more challenging. If you want to, you can rotate from there as well. Otherwise you can just hold, which I think they're preferring to do today. So you would hold that, and you want your body to be in a nice straight line, and you should feel the effort in there. You shouldn't feel any strain in the shoulder. So they would hold that for 30 seconds on both sides, and then rest. Okay, so coming up. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each side 30 seconds, and then you would rotate if you wanted to make it harder. If you wanted to make it harder still, you can lift your top leg up, and that will make it more challenging. If you want to make it easier, you bend the bottom leg so that you're doing a half side plank. 30 seconds, both sides, 2 to 3 sets. So altogether, do you think our exercises would help you to work your core?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Feel the 6-pack coming already.
Okay. Now also, with getting a 6-pack, you need to think about what you eat. So eating good, healthy food, enough protein, small portions, little and often, and getting good sleep, doing enough cardio, keeping it consistent, and keeping that end goal in mind. And if you did all of that, do you think that you'd have a flatter stomach? Definitely. And we're at the beginning of November, and on average people put on about 7 pounds over Christmas. So if you got your goals in your mind now, you could lose some of that before Christmas, and that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you want any more ideas about how to get a flat stomach, how to get killer abs, and if we can help you in any way, just give us a call on 07720 845 849 or log on to our website energizeperformance.com. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Pleasure.